Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be taking a look at the M26 Ariete, which of course is the current Italian tier 4 premium vehicle. Now of course I will quickly go over the ways of getting this vehicle. First off, you can get it in its own pack, the M26 Pershing Ariete pack, which will cost you €34.99, and for that you will get the vehicle, 7 days of premium account, 1000 golden eagles, and Italian tank beta access for update 1.85, or of course you can get it in the Italian armoured bundle, which basically has all the Italian packs together, the M26, the P40 Leoncello, and the Semovente 105, all of them together with 30% off, although if you already have some of these packs, you will get the cost of those ones reduced. So say you already have the Pershing and the Leoncello, you can get the Semovente on 30% off. Anyway though, back to this game. Now this was actually my third game in this tank. I did it on stream yesterday, so if you were watching the stream, you may have seen this game. I've decided to re-commentate over it just so that I can give my thoughts in a bit more depth, as on stream I'm not usually talking about the vehicle, I'm more just chatting with friends or talking about other stuff. Anyway though, so we're starting off by moving on to the A point. On Abandoned Factory, I usually go for the A point because I find everyone goes for the C point. So what I usually do is go for A, is usually it's a base that either hasn't got anyone at or is fairly weakly defended by the enemy, and there's only one or two of them there who you can quite easily pick off if you know where to go. And not to mention, these warehouse or sort of train sheds do give you a really good area of cover of where you can hide and possibly even cap the base and wait for the enemy to come to you. But as you can see, we're capping the base. My squad mate has already taken out a T20 who previously captured the base for the enemy team. We've taken them out. Now, it is a very strange dynamic, though, driving the M26 Pershing against the Allies, which is kind of a strange dynamic. It's not the kind of thing you would see with any other type of the M26 in the game. But, you know, I find it's a rather fun thing to do. With the American Pershings, I've never had that much success. But then driving this one out on my third game, I get this game, which in my opinion was absolutely insane. So I thought I would show you guys and go through it, as of course I have already made a video recently on the P40, and it only seems right that I should make a video on possibly the better premium option for the Italian tech tree, and this certainly is the better option for anyone looking to research the Italians fairly quickly. Of course, if you saw my P40 video, you will know that I said that the P40 was the best option out of the two Italian-built tanks, that being the P40 and the Semovente. This, though, is the best premium tank choice overall, at least until they add either a better Tier 4 or even a Tier 5 premium, as, first off, being a Tier 4 above the Tier 3 and 2, this is going to get you far more research points, as well as the fact that, generally, I think, in terms of how it plays and how it performs at its current rating, it is better than the P40, and likely will be better than the Semovente. Now there we go, I got an assist there. The reload is fairly long, at least as you saw there, it went on for a bit. I am looking out for enemy tanks constantly, trying sort of take them out. Now, as you see, I have got near the enemy spawn. That's something that on Abandoned Factory I find quite often. You'll capture a base, and then if you keep pushing, you will end up at their spawn. Now, this is pretty much just only a bit through the game. If the enemy team starts capping either the A or the B points, I will move back there. I don't want to sit here spawn camping the whole game, because, to be honest, that is a bit of a dick move, and I don't really like doing that. If it's the end of the game, and the enemy team is going to lose, and there's only like a minute left in the game, spawn camping, fair enough. But doing it halfway through the game just isn't right, so I'm going to head back to B, as that is now being captured, and try and reinforce my team. Now, I do know there's a British tank over there hiding, so he was previously on fire, and I knocked out his loader, so I'm going to head back and see if I can, well, first off, find him, and then move on to the B point. Keeping a good eye out, though. Is that him there? Yep, there he is. I don't know if he sees me. It doesn't look like he's aiming at me. Let's just get in the clip. There he is. There we go, and we have our kill. There we go, lovely. So let's head now back into the B point. Now, one good positive of this map is, say you capture the A point, you can move around like I've done here and get behind the enemy at B. So they will not be expecting you to come back on them. So effectively I can sneak up, and I think over there I do see what looks to be a Sherman. So let's try and be a bit sneaky. Hopefully he won't see us. There he is. Knock down the fence just so it doesn't stop our shot by any means. And now's a good opportunity. Maybe the back. Yeah, there we go. Hit the side of the armor. It did go through and it knocked out the whole crew. One thing I will say is the 90mm cannon on this tank has some very nice rounds. I usually use a mix of AP rounds and APC-BC. Of course, the AP rounds do have more penetration, but in the most part, the APC-BC is fine. But I tend to use AP as that round goes through most things at its rating, and the round does fragment anyway, so if you get it into the enemy tank, it's highly likely those fragments are going to go through and just wipe out the enemy tank's crew. But here we go, so I'm now capping the B point. Next I will move up to C, as that's just been uncapped, which, or at least been uncapped for a while. And the enemy team did just start to cap, but then they stopped. So I have a feeling they're up there having a little fight. And now they are recapping C, actually. So I'm going to move up there and see if I can help. There's another zone cap for me, though. So let's get going, and we'll head up there. And I have been able to get, I think, one more round of ammunition while I was sitting there. But let's get moving. So this is the bit that I find difficult on this map, the C point. The C point is surrounded basically by open area, even between the B point and the C point. There is this open area here, which does mean if anyone tries to push on the base, it's highly likely you'll be seen and killed by the enemy team. And I do need to keep a good eye out, especially in the direction of their upper spawn, just in case they are there. And I did see a gunshot over there. Is that a Sherman? What is it? Is that... I see something. Should we fight that? Okay, nice. We did knock out a crew of... most of the turret crew of that Sherman. Can we get another shot in before he gets killed by someone else? Okay, I'm going to leave it. I don't want to sit in the open too long, and they have capped the point, so I'm going to move in. Just marking a position of where I thought that Sherman was. I think I put it down wrong. Do need to keep a good eye out, though. Okay, so there is a dead Sherman. There's a dead 76 Sherman with the long 76 gun. That can be a rather dangerous gun, actually. How are we doing for base capping? Okay, I think friendlies are moving in, so I'm just going to go along and try and prevent the enemy team from actually sort of pushing us back and retaking it. Keep an eye inside the buildings. Oh, what's that? Is that an M18? Clear smoke. Come on, clear, clear, clear. And yes, there was an M18. One shot should do it. And there we go. One shot of AP through the back of his tank, went through the engine and fragmented through the entire crew, killing them all. So, fairly effective shot there. Just keep an eye out. Now, I saw a minute ago what looked to be an M19 around somewhere. Not sure quite where he is, so I will keep an eye out. Although I do need to be careful. I don't want to be... I find with this tank, if you are patient, like, then I could have just pushed straight out and gone... basically just straight out and gone straight for the enemy. I find, though, when you're playing this, being patient tends to work out better. For example, holding back, making sure that the area you're going into is a safe area where there's a high likelihood of there being no enemy vehicles really will help rather than just pushing straight out, because the armor on this tank for its rating is very nice. You will bounce multiple shots, but, you know, so far in this game I've not even been hit once. So, the armor, it will bounce shots, but on the other hand, things will go through. So, you know, playing it safe like I've been is probably the best decision. And that Sherman I shot earlier has just been killed. And what do we got there? Enemy tank. British by the looks of it. Yep, there we go. It's a British tank. Let's, I can't exactly see him. Let's reverse back. Where is he? There he is. There he is. Let's try and hit the driver compartment because we hit the turret already. There we go. Hit the driver compartment, knocked out the driver. Lovely, and that's another kill for me. So, you know, I think sneaky gameplay in this is definitely the way to go. Brawling with enemies might be a bad idea, especially since you're facing a lot of American and British tanks, and possibly even Russians as well. In this game, they're on my team, but you will be facing Americans and British, which will be able to pen you fairly effectively. So it is worth noting, really, just to be careful, be sneaky. If you can get games like I am now, where you've not even been hit once, then obviously you don't have to worry about the armor. You just think, okay, I need to hide, I need to get the gun on target and hit the enemy. And that's all you really need to worry about. Now, I'm trying not to go at the enemy spawn. I don't want to be a dick. There looks to be that M19 I saw earlier. Yep, there we go. M19 is down. So that is another kill. Let's take a look. Let's just peek through here, see if there's any enemies. Is that one over there? No. Oh, okay. Someone's just been killed. Oh, there we go. And fire. There we go. Lovely. Looked to be a Comet straight through the frontal armor. Knocks out the entire crew. Oh, and there's another one. Another duster. Yep, that's another kill. There we go. 2 kills in a row. Lovely. So as you can see, sort of playing it safe and not really hiding. I was out in the open there, but using things to make it so the enemy can't see you, like walls, those sort of things, can play into your favour very well. And this game is no exception, definitely a very good game, and for a third game in a vehicle, I definitely wouldn't say it's that bad. It was an incredibly good game. On stream, playing it actually, I was really surprised, because usually when I do streams, I really completely just goof up on games and just suck, and every so often I get a good game, but for the most part, they're not the best games. But, you know, I was rather surprised with this game. It actually went quite well, and, you know, I think it demonstrates the advantages, the pros of the vehicle really well. That being a very, very good gun, decent mobility, and it's not too big either, which does mean you can hide fairly effectively, basically hide in plain sight fairly effectively. Is that an enemy tank there? I thought I saw something over there moving, but I might have been mistaken. Let's just get back. And also the reverse speed on this thing. Jesus, this is a good reverse speed. I love it. Absolutely love the reverse speed. Very nice reverse speed, to be honest. Which, you know, in like 6.0 to 7.0 tanks is a massive, massive sort of pro there, massive positive, because, you know, you're going to be, with a tank like this with a good gun and not the best armor, you are going to be peeking out from behind buildings, you're going to be darting forward, firing a shot and getting back. The reverse speed really helps, and when I'm playing British tanks, I really notice the bad reverse speed is a really big, really hinders, to be honest, the tank's performance. But there we go, everyone. That was the M26 Ariete. I think it is definitely the best option if you want to grind the Italian tech tree when it's released. So I would say definitely give it a look, and you can already test drive it as it's already in game. Anyway though, thanks a lot for watching the video. If you did enjoy, please consider smashing that like button, maybe even subscribe to the channel. If you do, that would be massively appreciated. In the description there are links to my Patreon profile, my Discord server, as well as my Live.War Thunder profile, so do give all of them a look. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.